Hello, and welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I thought you said you didn't want to do the intro.
Oh, just continue.
This is... What's the name of this podcast again?
It's car talk, bro.
I thought it was car stuff.
It's car stuff, comma, bro.
Yeah, it's car stuff, bro. This is Philip.
I am 5'9" lot.
And we're from Ziptiez Resupply, and you probably know that because you're watching it or listening to this on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, today we're going to talk about Mugens.
How do you pronounce that correct? Is it because first off, when you first see that word, what is the first thing you think about? Mugen.
Hondas?
Oh, okay, I was gonna draw. So there is this thing in math called mu, and I hated it. And so whenever I think of Mugen, I think of mu generation. And I just want to, yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm an artist. So
I don't know what that means either. I'm not.
What is mu?
If any mathematicians out there could tell me what mu means, again, I don't remember the good old days of trig, or I don't even.
I never took either of those, so don't ask me. I took college algebra.
Anyways, moving
and I failed. So lately I've been seeing a lot of people kind of flaunting their Mugen Type Rs or just their Mugen TSX Accords or Mugen Civics.
With the Euro Rs. I think those are cool, though.
Yeah, they're really cool. I just feel like people don't know their Mugens, and so you kind of get underappreciated unless you're a Honda guy. And if you have a Mugen, your car probably doesn't look like a Honda guy car.
No.
Just to say so.
Yeah.
Like, you probably look like you have a super nice Honda.
It's like, wow, what is that? I've never seen them before. And then it's like, oh, it's a Honda. I would have never guessed.
I don't know about that. They still look like Hondas. They just have like nice ass looking Mugen badges.
Well, I would have never guessed something that performance looking would come out of Honda. Minus like, Type Rs.
It didn't come out of Honda.
It's like, I know it's a tuning company, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like that extra step. It's that really nice like black label type of like.
Yeah, it's like
elegance.
It's like the new Toyota Germans.
Sure. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You don't remember the Toyota German? Remember that thing that we were looking at? And they were like, Toyota's making a sports car for each of their models. So they're making like a sports Camry, a sports Yaris and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like GRMN.
Oh, I never saw that.
Oh, yeah, I should show you that later.
I just know XSE.
Here, I'm going to show you that now. Let me see here. What is it called in German?
Don't ask me. I don't have all the facts.
German.
I just have opinions, just like everyone else.
Okay, so like... This is like the German 8.6 with a single exit exhaust.
Okay.
We'll
flash some
it's
images.
Real basic.
We'll flash some images.
I'm not going to flash images because I hate editing.
Alright, we're not going to flash anything.
You can look it up.
Titties.
It's called GRM. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be an upgraded...
Oh my goodness, you know what this front end reminds me of? The
Horse?
HK... Okay, I was... No. No. The once forgotten HKS IS300 front bumper, actually, which is no longer a thing at all. It is just gone. Poof.
See, but this car is fully upgraded.
Oh yeah, no, it's got racing seats, different interiors. Looks like it's got a wing, carbon. What is that, trunk? Yeah.
Yeah. More aero on it.
The
single exit
like
exhaust.
In the middle, nonetheless.
Yes. So
that's pretty sexy.
They do have like I keep calling them German because that's how it looks. It's GRMN.
Garmin?
Yeah, Garmin. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. They make a lot of weird shit.
Yeah. Limited edition Yaris. Oh.
But this one has a turbo. The Yaris one has a turbocharger in it, actually. So
Yaris.
Yeah, it's an upgraded suspension, calipers, the whole 9 yards. Just like a Mugen car, they're trying to make them like a sub brand for Toyota fanboys, but they can't do it because they don't have any cars that Toyota fanboys like, except the 8.6.
TRD?
No, not TRD.
Okay. This must be something out of Japan then.
Well,
or like the UK.
Well, the thing is that, like, just like Mugen, like, Mugen's its own separate thing from Honda.
Right.
Honda just does all the stuff for them. The same thing with German.
Uh-huh.
It's like, they're completely separate, they're completely separate, like, tuning company. They're just doing stuff for Toyota.
Oh, I see. So they're
Yes.
trying to become like when AMG was just its separate thing, and
Yeah.
Yeah, the BMW. Okay, all right. I see where they're heading with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very odd that they would pick the. Anyways.
Yes, Germans and Japanese getting along again, just like in World War II.
Okay, just like the good old days.
Too soon?
Too quick.
So the real thing with the reason I'm bringing it up is because I'm starting to see more Mugens kind of coming around to the U.S.
Yeah, I've noticed too, like Euro R pictures, and actually we've seen a few at like the, what is it? I don't know, even 2002 and below or something like that. Accords, they're like the square looking. Yeah.
They're making a comeback for like, and I don't feel like it's not a Honda boy car. If you understand what I'm saying, Don't let me diss you if you drive in a Honda.
Oh no, definitely not at all.
But it does not seem like a Honda boy car. When you take a look at this, like a Mugen Honda, it looks very different. Yeah, it looks refined. It looks like it could be an Acura. But it's most definitely a much nicer car than what everyone's giving it credit for. As far as performance goes, I don't really know what Mugen does for like performance-wise mods. Do they do the full performance swap with the turbo kit and everything?
I mean,
are they making a Type R that's worth $60K?
Yeah, I don't think they're doing that. What they're offering probably is a sport package of some sort, just like any other like a tuning company would, where they're like, you get these mods and you get those mods, and what you do with those mods is you put them on your car and we can make it fast for you.
Now, don't quote us on this. We don't know anything about cars. We're just two guys that like cars, and we don't know anything. So, if you know more about Mugen, please feel free to tell us about how wrong we are in the comments. I'll make sure to look at them and then feel sad about my life.
Yes.
Me too. I'll even kill myself for you if that's what you guys want.
Woo, that's taking it pretty far, but yeah, let's do that. Why not?
Let me see here if I can find anything else about this Mugen, which it has no other actual information besides that it's a hatchback, which I see, and they're calling it the RC20G.
Now, if anyone wants to Google that real quick for your viewing pleasure, this thing basically
it's ugly as shit.
Okay, well,
it's ugly as shit.
It's a Civic Type R, so it looks like a Subaru.
It does look like a Subaru, 100%.
The front end has a very unique looking Bane sort of mask thing.
True that. It kind of reminds me of a CRV. Not a CRV.
Oh, the CHR thing.
No, the
CHV.
Whatever it's called, that hybrid two-door. God.
The Insight.
No.
Well, no, it's not the Insight anymore. It's called the CRZ.
Yeah, it is an Insight, isn't it? It's a hybrid. Oh God. It's super boxy. It has those kind of
oh my God,
wide body almost.
Okay, so we're watching basically this thing on a carousel. It's just spinning around. It also has a single exit exhaust, mind you, in the center. And it's got that really weird square diffuser in the rear. I get what they're doing with it, but it's unnecessarily not... It doesn't look functional in my opinion.
Is that carbon fiber? That's carbon fiber. It's a carbon fiber rear bumper.
I feel like that's also useless.
It probably is.
They
have a roll cage. They have a roll cage in the boy.
It sounds expensive. I dig these graphics though. Like it reminds me of like the Fast and Furious sort of.
I do not dig those graphics. I will be quite honest with you. They're trying to show that it's a carbon fiber bumper. That's why they're two different tones.
It's just the thing about that.
It's totally carbon
fiber. The thing
fiber.
about that kills me is like if you wreck that's expensive. On the racetrack, no. I'm not even talking about if this is a street legal. I don't even think this is street legal.
I'm pretty sure it'll be street legal, but it'll be worth $60K. And I know some people will buy it for $60K.
Alright, we're going maskless now.
Well, now they can actually hear you. The wheels are also ugly as hell.
They're like a 25 spoke.
There's too many spokes and not enough like wheel or like deep dish or anything like that.
It's a functional setup. So it's got the flush, it's got the tuck, it's pretty fit. It's not like, we're not talking like Camera Gang, Stance Nation fitted type, fitment. It's just a functional looking something or another. It probably comes stock with like some Pirellis or...
Oh my God, the steering wheel. Oh my God. They have one of those Knight Rider steering wheels inside of it.
Alright, it's not a Knight Rider steering wheel. It's like a Formula
It's
GT
like a Formula GT
thing
Knight Rider looking steering wheel.
Yes.
In like a Knight Rider gauge cluster inside. It does not... This car looks like...
it's trying to be too much of the future. It's almost like, is it just me, or does this front bumper line not match up with the hood at all?
It doesn't. It's because it's a weird looking car, and even though this looks like a concept, it looks like it's basically done.
You know what this?
So I don't think they're going to change that much about this car.
You know what it feels like to me? It feels like I logged into Horizon, and that was the only good front bumper option possible, like a C West bumper. Except I would never actually, insult C West like that. I think some of their bumpers are great, but it just doesn't look the best. It doesn't look the best at all.
Well, speaking of like weird bumpers and stuff,
yeah,
you know that they're making that they made that Subaru ST or whatever, the BRZ ST.
Oh, is that the thing with all the suspension mods, and it's got like no power mods? It's just,
I think it's just a body kit, honestly.
Probably.
I literally think it's only a body kit. I don't think it's anything special. I think the ST is just, and I don't know why they call it a ST when there's a Ford. I know it's supposed to be sports track, but
I don't know what the acronyms mean. They're just throwing they're like, let's go on the alphabet, bros. Find something, put your hand over your eyes, and point down on the
They use
sheet.
the same acronyms for everything.
Yeah.
GT is always Gran Turismo.
Or Gran Touring.
Yeah, and then ST should be sports track.
Yeah.
And then R, it's racing.
I'm gonna race this car! Woo! Yeah.
This thing looks not... Maybe it had some nice wheels on it.
I will say that the front fenders are actually pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks like a Subaru. It looks like if Subaru decided to make a hatchback again.
If you paused it
right there.
No,
right here.
The all-new, brand-new Subaru STI 2019 Rally Edition.
It's ugly as shit, though. Like, no, I'm just letting everyone know.
Sorry, Mugen. I really hope that... I know your performance mods are great, so I hope that's where you're gonna, pick up the slack with that. But, yeah, Mugen. My first interaction with Mugen actually is in Gran Turismo 4, where... basically, I think there was a race where you can only race Mugen class or Mugen type vehicles, and that was actually really cool. But I didn't really learn much about the brand after that. I just knew that it was a very legitimate Honda tuning company that very specialized in Hondas only. It seemed like, I don't even know. Maybe they do specialize in something else. I'm not sure. Maybe someone can prove us wrong.
Yo, this bumper is nice. Okay, so we're looking at the BRZ ST. It's an STI, it says on here, but I doubt it's going to be an STI. I think it's just going to be a body kit. Wow. But they have like a more finished model in Japan, and it's called STI Sport, and the front bumper is nice. I would steal this bumper off car and put on any other car. This is a nice front bumper. It almost reminds me of like a Lexus or like a...
It kind of reminds me of a Gundam. Audi? It just reminds me of a Gundam.
I love Gundams.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It just reminds me of a Gundam.
This right here, this reminds me of Audi.
Yeah.
100%.
It's got like a little winged thing in where like the...
Oh, it's not an ST. We're idiots. It's a TS. For Tourette syndrome.
Yeah, because...
I see what you mean. I understand.
I get it.
It's basically just a body kit, and they have STI wheels on it.
It looks like an appearance package. It comes with a wing. It's nice.
It's one of those center-mounted wings, though, that like it doesn't go on the sides of the trunk, which I don't like those wings. Interior looks almost exactly the same.
Very FRS-ish.
Yeah, it's very FRS-ish. Right. It doesn't look... Oh, they have this ugly BRZ spoiler.
Hey, did you know that it's a STI wing? Because they're letting us know like 12 times all over the car.
They're also letting me know there's STI wheels on the car.
Yeah, come on, Subaru. Like, I know this has like 5 more horsepower, 3 more torque.
It has like ugly side skirts on it too. The ones that you don't paint that you get from eBay, and they're like polished plastic.
I bought this on Amazon, straight from Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not bad. I think that body kit belongs in a car that's like lowered.
Oh, they do have that front bumper that I was talking about.
Oh, okay.
That sells the car for me right there.
Yeah.
Just that front bumper, I think it's.
I also think the BRZ is a much more polished looking car. And in fact, I'm almost willing to tell you right now, with this appearance package, that it is not anything close to
like what Toyota could offer as far as an appearance pack. This is a very pretty looking car minus the swing. I think if they went with something slightly more wider, yeah,
or even a ducktail wing.
It's the perfect height because it does reach over just right at the roof level where you actually will find like air to actually use the downforce, so to speak. But
I would rather put an STI wing on the car though.
Oh, you mean like an
actual STI wing?
Oh, so you're talking about like the release,
like the
series FRS wing, sort of, but not so.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
like the 11.0 release series, the one that like Steve Aoki promoted or whatever.
Yeah,
because it's just like these kind of wings don't work on this car ever, and this wing is so short that it makes the back look weird.
I get what they're doing with it. It's
super cheap actually. It's only $33.
33 is not bad. I mean, I don't know.
The regular car is about the same price, about $30. Like
yeah, offered through Subaru.
Let's see. It's $25 actually. I can afford this car. Should I buy it?
No.
Can I?
No.
Can I think about it?
Yeah, sure. Think about it. Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I always say.
Look at this front bumper. It's so nice.
It does finish the car only because it's a balance. You have this, and then you have the little baby wing.
Yo, let me see something real quick. Because if this is the new pricing range for these, we're about to have a major issue in the car market.
I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, if you want to talk about a major issue in the car market,
okay, there's no point to buy FRS anymore. Literally no point on Earth.
Why is the FRS more money? Like, I remember back when they first came out that the BRZs were supposed to be more money. And they were.
They were, and now they're the same price.
No, they're,
it's $25.
$25,595.
And this was $26.
$255.
Okay, and literally you're just choosing between front bumpers at this point.
You're choosing between something that's like alien and something that looks normal. Something that looks actually refined. That's the thing I like about it most, is that it looks refined.
Well, you have to add this appearance package to it for the
if you want the
Brembo brakes.
Oh, the Brembo.
It's not the appearance package. This is a performance package that gives you the Brembo brakes and the upgrade suspension, which I don't really know what they did as suspension. Maybe give you super racing parts, but
sure. Yeah, I mean, I think I would buy BRZ over an FRS any day. I feel like the FRS is a very childish looking car now.
No, I like the brand, the new FRS. Actually,
I mean the old ones. You know, like how easily available the old ones are going to be now.
Yeah, they're only like 13 now.
Oh,
as soon as they start to like $10,000, it's over.
Oh yeah.
The car market will be ruined like Miatas ruined it in the beginning. Miatas and Civics, 2003 Civics to be exact. I'm sorry for everyone that bought a 2003 Civic. You wasted a lot of money on that.
Who do we know that has one of those?
Oh, a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the whole thing with like the Mugen thing. Okay, so like a Mugen at least does like a engine tune-up, and they kind of like get rid of some of the limiters and stuff, so you go faster, harder.
Get rid of the stock OEM stuff that's like, oh, you must be safe. No, you must be performance orientated if you actually want to. I feel like a lot of this is pseudo performance.
So like, what does Nismo do? Since you're a Nissan guy, like, is Nismo doing like? Okay,
so Nismo does offer more like performance parts, and when it comes to the actual. Like, let's take the 2007 350Z Nismo edition, right? Basically, the engine is the same. The appearance of the car is definitely not the same, but I believe that you do get a sportier exhaust. I don't remember if it came with the Akebono brake, basically the Brembo brakes. I don't remember if it came with its stock, but you can get more Nismo parts for it. It is available through the dealer, so it's not like they're limiting you exactly. I don't think that the Nismo really, like the Nismo Edition 350Z, is the best example for it. The best example of pseudo performance is the new 370Z Nismo, because I think it's nothing but in a performance. Like, there's nothing with performance orientated there. It's just, hey, look, I'm different.
So is it like a Nismo GTR? It's basically...
It's the TS.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, why do companies still, like...
Pseudo-performance? Okay, I will say that Nismo at least gives you, like, the sportier exhaust. and the tones, just like TRD does for Toyota. And
Like, I understand the purpose of it, but
it
like,
doesn't come OEM. That's the thing. Like,
and the thing is, there's so many car guys now that are willing to spend so much money on a car.
That
Like, you
already
can make
kinda-
something nice.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can make something nice for car guys, and I promise you they'll come to your store.
That's why people buy STIs.
Yeah.
Because it's a package. You're like, wow, I get all the things I want in a
And
Subaru.
I don't have to work for it so hard.
And I don't
you
have to rally.
know? Yeah, basically. But I'm going to rally my car anyways.
I'm gonna
'cause
put
it's a
mud
Subaru.
flaps on it. I rally my Subaru STI all the weekends, bro. Wanna go to rally, bro? Got the sick trail, bro. I will say that actually the Subaru all-wheel drive performance is actually like legitimate.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Subaru basically focuses on that car, and they sell that car so well because everyone knows where to go when they want performance.
Subaru STI. Oh,
and that's the same
a
kind of
special one.
That's
Yeah.
the same kind of thing with a Type R. But I've seen Type Rs around. As soon as they released, I saw Type Rs on the road. They're not like, you don't see them every day, just like a Subaru. But I know people are making the sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've seen like an influx of them sort of on the highway because my work requires me to drive a lot on the highway. So I do see. I will say in a month's time, maybe like 6 Type Rs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see them on the road. Like,
They're
people
there.
are buying that car.
I think
Just like people buy Subarus and you don't see Subarus that often.
how much does it go for? What, 40?
Yeah, it goes for about 40, right around the price of STI. But if you're a Honda guy and you got that kind of money, why wouldn't you?
Right. Now, the other thing, too, that is interesting is that I haven't really seen much promise out of Ford, actually, the American side of things, with their competition.
What, the R?
The RS.
I've seen the RS on the road.
No, but I've heard
Like,
bad
it's not
things.
good.
Yeah. There's
When's the last time that Ford made a performance car that wasn't Mustang?
the Escort,
That didn't go in a straight line. That's what I'm really saying.
the Escort Mark II.
Yeah, but you know how long ago that was?
Yeah.
It was like, what, 1992?
Well, it was badass, bro, because it came with Cosworth parts. Like, even today, when you like mention Cosworth, you're like, whoa, how do you know Cosworth?
Okay, number one, half the people that listen to this like, what's Cosworth?
Oh, shoot. I mean, yeah.
You know
Look
that.
up Cosworth. Okay, Colin McRae, Cosworth, there you go. That's all you guys need to know.
Oh my god.
I think the Ford RS was a big mistake for the American, because I understand what they were trying to do, but I don't. I've heard things like people drive it normally, just like a normal commuter car, and they're having like head gasket issues, and it just basically it's just the engine design wasn't really made well for reliability, you know.
And I've always feel like, why do car companies always do that thing where they release a base model first and then they release a performance model later, and they know the issues and they don't go about fixing them correctly?
Correct.
So why bother releasing this high performance thing when, you know, people gonna have to spend money? I personally, I love the looks of the RS.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. It's a night and day. Like you look at an ST and you're like, teenage kid.
Yeah.
You look at an RS, you're like,
Ooh.
okay, ooh.
It's just well, to bring up like other performance vehicles that I don't see a lot of is the Volkswagen R.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, they're not as common because I would say that they're almost lackluster because you look at it and you're like, is that a GTI?
Exactly. It's just like, it's a Golf.
You're like, wow, that's a really sporty looking GT. That's an R.
Yeah. I saw one the other day and I was like,
Why does that
what's-
GTI have quad?
Yeah, it's
exhaust?
like, oh, it's an R. Okay, then. And then you're kind of like,
Oh.
yeah, it doesn't have a good sports package, which is like the thing I was talking about.
But it's refined. It's very refined. It's so refined so much that it even competes with Audi in a sense with its sport. You're like, why would
Okay,
I buy
but-
an Audi when I could buy a Volkswagen?
But the thing is that what sells cars is how they look.
True.
And Volkswagen didn't really, they refined it, but I think they refined it to a point where you can't really tell that it's
Special.
supposed to be yeah, exactly. It's not a fast car.
No.
It just looks like another GTI. I'm not bugging on GTI guys at all, but I'm just saying they could have added a little more to the car to make it look faster. Maybe like a little.
It's
like,
a Golf. At the end of the day, it's a Golf. It's 4-door respectively. It's a hatch.
You know what? I haven't seen that many Golfs lately either.
I don't
Just Golfs in general.
I don't see stock base model Golfs.
I do see a lot of
Jettas.
I see a lot of Corollas.
Passats.
A
on the
lot of
Volkswagen
Corollas. Corollas are the new wave instead of Camrys. Someone get on that Camry lowered game, please.
Oh my gosh, the XSE model in the V6 trim, or whatever the quad tip trim, whatever engine comes with it, I don't even remember what the dealer said, because I did go and see them.
Yeah, the nice
it
front
was
seats.
it was a very spectacular interior. Like it felt very Japanese, and I loved it. Like I fell in love. I was like, wow, this would be something that you find. For example, in Japan right now, they have the most beautiful looking Camry model sedan comparable called the X or the
Mark
type
X,
the Mark
Mark
X,
X.
and it is beautiful. I've seen so many lowered Mark X's that are just
They're nice. They're a little bit like almost like you almost think of it like a Subaru, where it kind of has that like a wide body kind of look to it, but it's not.
What do they call it? The stink eye look. That's what it is. They call it. I think they call it the stink eye or something.
What are you talking about? Like Eagle Eye?
No. They after they got done with the Hawkeye, the Eagle Eye, they went on to something called the stink eye. That's what the community calls it. That community can.
Yeah, please crucify us in the comments. Make sure you draw a little cross with my face on it. Crucify me in the comments.
Woo. Changed my mind.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of company. Well, oh my god, your dad was talking about something that Kia was doing like that too, where they're making like a sports sedan.
Oh, you're talking about the Kia Stinger?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my
I'm not saying anyone cares about Kia. Number one. Maybe a Genesis?
Yes.
But Kia's has always been... They might mess up. They actually might lose all their customers like this. I'm not even joking, because this is what Scion did. And they lost all their customers like this.
Yes.
But the whole thing is that Kia makes cheap cars. Now they're making a very expensive car for what they make.
Whoa. Well, I mean, let's look this up.
$30,000?
$30,000?
For a cheap car? Okay, we're going to go on Kia real quick. We're going to see how comparable their prices are.
I'll have you know that I think a $30,000...
Go up. Don't click on the Stinger. Just go we're going to compare prices.
There we go. I just didn't want to click on the ad and get, like, malware.
We're not talking about the Stinger. Just go to, like, an Optima. Oh. So, like, Optima, a regular Optima is $22,000.
Okay. That's fair enough. A Cadenza is $32,000. The Stinger is $31,000. Okay, so, in essence, what they're trying to do is to say, hey, we have a car that is maybe just as fast as...
See how much a Soul is.
Just
crossovers right here.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, this website is not...
A Soul is 16.
Yeah, but it's a Soul, bro.
I know, but that's the point. Go to Compacts. A Rio is 13. Their cars are cheap. A Forte is under 20. Is 18.
I think that's too expensive.
I know, for a Forte hatchback.
At this price
a regular Forte is 16. If you want a hatchback with a turbo,
this Forte 5 still has a turbo. It's just nicer looking.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying? They sell cheap cars, and now you're going out of your way to make a sports car. I understand that, like, Kia now has, like, a fan base, I guess. What do we see from Kia? Nothing. I don't see Kias at car shows.
I think that the only pretty looking Kia is the Forte hatchback. I've seen that lowered. It looks...
Yeah, it looks decent, but even you know what I'm saying, though. Kia doesn't have a real, like modified car guy market. Now, I'm not bugging you if you have a Kia, like I said.
I'm just saying.
It's not really a car that you see a lot. You see a lot of...
It's got, dual... They did it right. Look, I'll tell you what. For the Forte 5 as a hatchback, what did it for me is that it's got the 2 exhausts. The interior is kind of very, KDM, but it's got that little bit of... okay, I'm a little sporty. It has it. I can see it, but I actually don't like those front... Wait, what? Did I say a dual clutch transmission?
Yeah, dual clutch. That's what...
No, but I mean, I wouldn't expect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, out of such a cheap car.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, $20,000, it's a little more justifiable.
But this is why people drive Kias, because they're cheap. And now you're making a very, very expensive model, and it's not like a Hyundai
I feel like
Genesis
they're trying to lead people into, $30,000 isn't that. What the hell? Who is that?
It's Mick Jagger.
Oh. He
was in a Super Bowl commercial. That's why it's like that. It was like he's old, and then he gets in the Kia Stinger, and then he rams it in reverse, and then he he turns young again. It's a stupid ass commercial. I don't like it.
They're trying to make comparisons to... Okay,
Isn't it partially electric anyways? And that was the whole thing with it?
I don't... think so. I think it's a V6 twin turbo dual.
The car looks nice. It's not a car issue. It's a Kia's buyer's issue.
Like,
it's not
okay,
you have money.
Here's my opinion. If you took the Kia logo and you painted it black on the front badge, it would look way better. It would just debadge.
If it said Hyundai on it, it would be way better.
Here, guys, if you want to buy a Stinger, this has some good statistics. Like, it makes 0 to 60 says 4.7 seconds. That's
How much lighter is it than a BMW?
I don't want to find out.
You know what I mean? It's about the same size, right? It looks about the same size as like a M.
Right, and it has that sort of
sleek lines.
coupe
It's a nice looking car.
It's a coupe back.
It's just can these companies that don't have anything to do with performance anymore make these performance cars without lending them out like Toyota is to German or Honda is to Mugen?
GRMN. I don't know what to pronounce.
I just like calling it German. It sounds cooler.
It just... Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that they have something going on. I believe that it's not there yet. Okay, look. Here's the thing about this interior that they ripped the shit out of Mercedes-Benz with this.
Yes, they're trying to make that car that people want, but they're not going to be able to do it. This car is not going to sell. I will tell you right now. Kia's customers are people who don't have money. Don't let me bug you if you got a Kia.
My experience with multiple cars, like I used to valet a lot on the island at Palm Beach. We're from West Palm, by the way, but
don't tell people that. I don't want people to know where I live. I don't want them to see me on the road.
They don't know who you are.
Good. We told them our names at the beginning of the podcast.
They don't know what we do.
Yes, they do. We told them at the beginning of the podcast.
They know I'm 5'9", but
stop.
You can find this on the internet. Come on,
please stop. No, you can't. I don't want you to look.
Anyway, so I would valet a lot, and I would get in some of these cars. I see what they were doing with it, but it's not there. Yeah.
So
I'm just gonna sit back and die.
Well, like, is a Genesis Coupe a different car now? That's the other question. Because
I don't know. Is it a different car? Did they even make a new? They only on the second generation of that car.
I'm not saying is it like a different car, but Genesis is turning into it. They're trying to make it its own thing.
Yeah, I know.
So, man, these cars look very like super Korean, don't they?
They look very muscular, luxury VIP.
They look like Kim Jong-un. Oh god, they really do. I'm not even joking.
Okay, that's my opinion
I really like this one though.
I like the sporty Genesis. Who would have thought that the lines on this? Okay, that's not a good flattering angle, but
this picture really bad too.
Yeah. Scroll down so I don't have to look at that.
G80 Sport.
Wow, a bicycle. What does that have to do with the freaking car? Show me the lewds. Yes. Oh, there it is. Muscle. Yeah.
Actually, this looks really good from.
It has that Korean.
You know what it is?
What?
It's Korean Rolls Royce.
Ah.
It has its same kind of look with like the big straight.
It's got a big bonnet, big grille, very muscular looking features in the front, and it's got the lines. It's got this like horizon line that follows. It's sharp looking. Like it almost has this over fender type look, and it's like, oh, we kept this chamfer right here. It's just straight. And then the rear end kind of flows well.
Why would you pick this color?
Oh.
Why would you ever...
Ooh.
We're looking at this color called Siberian Ice.
It's turquoise.
You would like it if you had an FRS.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a joke. That is a joke about everyone that has an
I think this car would look way better if it was a coupe. Okay, Hyundai, release the coupe soon. Thank you.
I do like four doors. From this angle, it's really nice.
You know what I'm saying, though. You can see where it's...
Well, they might incorporate this grille, grille design into the new...
a coupe would complete this car. You know what I mean? Like, okay, here's the vision I'm seeing. You work at some type of firm and offshores accounts, all that. You own one of these cars. You want something that's sporty on the weekend, so you buy a BMW. Wrong move. You have a Genesis, which is comfortable. This was a G90.
Oh, they got rid of it.
What?
They don't. The Genesis Coupe.
I don't think they're gonna be able to. Okay, there's a Vision G concept.
It's the same car. This is a concept car.
Oh, that was a pretty looking interior. That was beautiful.
I don't think the Genesis Coupe is gonna be a Genesis Coupe anymore.
It'll be a Hyundai Coupe. I don't know. They need to reevaluate the performance side of things.
Well, They're the one brand that has a ridiculous amount of engine options.
Okay, yeah, let's talk about this for a second. Now, the second generation Hyundai, okay, that's...
I don't know why. They brought up a Tribune. We don't talk about that car.
The Tiburon. You know, Tiburon in Spanish, I think, means shark.
It means gay as fuck. That's what it means.
Okay, so the Genesis Coupe. Let's talk about the engine. You get two. Mainly, most people go for the 2-liter turbo. A lot of people like the, what is it, a V6 of some sort. It says it makes 350 horsepower. I'm sure the butt horsepower dyno would say like 250 horsepower after it's all said and done. But,
It's not like, I don't know. Genesis Coupe is like...
Here's another thing too, like...
It's like, I don't want a Honda because they don't have a sports car. And I don't want an FRS because it doesn't make power. I don't like American cars. So what do I get?
Buy a Hyundai Genesis Coupe.
Isn't that your only option?
Yeah.
I guess,
For some reason, when I look at this car, it just makes me hungry. Like, I just want to go eat something right now. We should just leave.
What? I don't.
Okay, I also don't like the 2-liter turbo on this because I remember an acquaintance of mine, not even a friend. He had a 2-liter turbo, and I think he did literally a full exhaust. Downpipe, mid-pipe, rear, resonator, the whole 9 yards.
Why do you leave a resonator on it?
I don't know, but it sounded like a GTI. At the end of the day, it sounded like a GTI. I'm sorry, but I feel like people need to add more character in their 2-liter turbo.
Well, like, they don't have a performance model of this car, technically.
They have the R-Spec, which is just a heavier model. That's all.
Yeah, but they don't have anything. Like, we haven't really talked about Nissan and their Nismo Sentras, but we should not talk about that. Just don't do that to yourself. Don't buy a Sentra. I feel like
Nismo is just the parts dealer more than anything else. It's like you want some better parts, you got it. It's used to be like that with Mopar sort of, and I know it's like that with Ford, but Ford does more. Ford has so many things. It has Ford Performance. It's got Roush. It's got Shelby. It's got Saleen.
Well, like, Honda doesn't really have anything now that I think about it.
It has Type R, which is in-house, and Mugen.
Yeah, and maybe
Spoon.
Honda
Spoon.
Racing. Oh, Spoon.
Oh, Spoon.
Why doesn't Spoon make a Honda for
Bro,
or like
they have Spoon, but they're all race. They're
yeah,
all
I know,
motorsports
but that's what I'm saying.
They're so deeply motorsports orientated that it's like to be able to step out into a consumer level is almost like a slap in the face to them. I feel.
The other thing I feel like is like Mugen's like you can't work with anyone else except us. So we're never gonna get a Spoon Civic. Sorry, guys. I would buy it if there was a Spoon Civic.
You know what I can see? A K-tuned Civic.
That would be depressing.
You think so?
Yes, I feel like that wouldn't be a good thing because it's like the thing about like having that kind of side brand is a beautiful body kit. You know what I mean?
They're not far off from that. I don't think they're far off from it. I think in another 5 years.
I think they need to keep swimming.
All right. Yeah, that's 5 years. It's all right. I had to do that.
It's real dusty, yeah.
No, it's just like, but it's like nice dust.
I guess.
It's not crusty dust.
I don't.
You know what reminds me of crusty dust?
Civics!
The fact that they haven't come out with another S-chassis Nissan in so long.
Well, they're supposed to.
I mean, for the U.S. We know they have the S15. Great.
They're supposed to make an S16, actually. I'm quite sure they announced it. Thank you.
That's a cool 16-channel
like
digital input-output soundboard device. Yes. Nissan? Oh, Baka, what is that?
That shit
Oh my goodness.
looks fucking hot as fuck.
You know what really gives me a big boner?
I wonder how much this is going to change.
The lightning bolt badge just gives me...
Sylvia. They're not going to have those here, though. You know that.
No. Why they gotta do that to us, bro?
I don't know how much of this is actually going to stay the same.
Okay, yes, because remember the GTR concept back in, like, 2005? It looks similar, but it was more squarish looking.
Maxima. I gotta look up a Maxima real quick.
I don't think...
This is the front end you're getting.
No.
This is the front end you're getting.
There's no way.
Because this Sylvia front end looks too much like an Infinity front end.
No. Because, okay, let's look at a Q60. Because that's the next thing that you can compare this to that's similar, but it's not. Because they have different engine options now. If you have a 2-liter turbo, they got a V6, they got another V6, I think.
Why am I looking at... You know what? No. It's going to look like... the fuck is it? 370Z. 370Z, dog.
When are they coming out with the 380Z, my guy?
That shit, you know what? I can't say this because Nissan does not have any consistency with its front ends.
I beg to... I
unless
will
it's
agree.
unless it's a commuter car.
Hey, but you know what? They have a good consistency running with the... You know how long they've had the 370Z out for? A while. Longer than the 350 survived. 03 to 08 was, what, 5 years? This is 09 to 17? 18? And what?
I don't know. It just... I don't feel like they have consistency among...
Okay,
let's go on Nissan real quick.
First
Before
of all,
we finish, we need to go on Nissan real quick. Because this podcast, episode 1, Mugen is the New Black, is about to be over. You're going to be wanting more. You're going to have to come back next week for a little kiss on the cheek.
Ooh. Okay, so, the
only consistency... Look at this. The only consistency they have is this weird V shape.
They like vaginas, what can I say?
Yeah, because their cars are for fucking pussies. Look at the Juke.
Let's not talk about the millennial vehicle of the
Okay,
year.
I've been in this car.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why it exists.
Really?
I'm not even kidding you. I have no idea why it exists. It has no room in it, has no trunk space, and yet it's a crossover.
Here, you know what? You know what's a better juke? That, whatever that is. That looks way better. What is that?
I don't know, but the only consistency is this V, and the 350 doesn't have a Z.
Okay,
V.
so the 370 design has not been updated.
Here's the V.
Yeah, I know. They just made it bigger. That's all. A bigger V makes sense. Why would they have a small little
I'm just trying to figure out what they're going to get rid of in this design. Because they're going to get rid of something. They're going to get rid of whatever this body line is right here. They're getting rid of that.
Yes, this little thing there, that has to be because, replaceable parts have to be a thing,
Yeah, so...
It's going to get, flattened out. That's what's going to happen. Then it's going to look super ugly.
How old is this? Oh, it's from last year. At the end of the month. That's not bad at all.
And December?
Yeah. Only 2 months ago. That shit's coming. 2020, boys. Keep your pockets lined with cash.
Speaking of pockets, the Geneva Auto Show is going to be hosting the Toyota Supra. Guys, are you excited for the Toyota Supra? You're going to have to find out about that next episode. We'll talk about it more.
Car Throttle is a joke. Don't tell them I said that. I just read an article. It just seemed... Oh, God. Nissan actually has concept. This is their new concept, actually.
That's...
This is their Prius. That's not going to look anything like this.
The Nissan Leaf version 2.
Dude, I do like this, though.
That truck,
This Titan Warrior is the sexiest thing in the
world. Oh my god, they have a rear spoiler?
Bro, this thing is kitted.
This
is a Raptor competitor.
Yo, this is... Oh my god, look at that.
Look at that.
The ass. Look, I'm an ass guy, and I gotta say, cars with ass... this has got a nice ass. Quad tip, maybe the lines, the black... yes, everything there.
Get all this ass and more.
The black.
Mugen is the New Black. We'll catch you guys next week for a different podcast. Leave your comments and we'll read them at the end of the next episode.
Yeah, sure, we'll do that.
Okay. They're probably going to be 45 minutes to an hour long, these podcasts, so
it's
keep your ears out.
Yeah, one of those things you just put on and
you just jerk it. You just
jerk
it real good.
Yeah.
A little more right there.
Alright. Yeah.